we have two circles. One is A and one is B. So these are the two circles. And to find the arc length, we know that we have to find the circumference first. So 2 pi r and 2 pi r. However, we know that they have different radiuses, or one of the answer choices would be just one, and the problem wouldn't exist. So we're going to name the radius of the small circle radius of A as small r, and radius of B as large R. So we don't get confused and we stay organized, because that is the most important. So the two circumferences of both circles are 2 pi r, a small r, and 2 pi large r. So we have that. However, these are only the circumferences of the circles. To find the arc length, we first have to define what an arc is. An arc is a part or a segment of a segment or a length of the circumference of a circle, of the circumference. For example, we have this circle right here. It's not related to A and B. We just have a circle C. And an arc would be from the center of the circle. An arc would be from D to B. And it's this part, a curve. So that's what an arc is. And we know that arc is a part of a circumference of the circle. And if the total arc, total arc of the circle is 360, we know that this arc is 45 over 360, which is the total amount of the circle. Total amount or length of the circle. And we can simplify this. So we know that the arc on circle A is 1/8 of the total circumference of circle A. So 1/8 pi small r, 2 pi small r. And then we'll simplify it later. So the same thing goes for B, the arc of B. So 30 over 360, 360 being the total degrees of the total arc of circle B, or any circle, is just 360. And we know that this one is 1/12 of the total circumference of the circle, which is 2 pi large r. So if 1 over 6, once again, the total length or degrees of any arc, of the total arc of a circle, is 360, and this is the small arc or the part of the circle, which is just 30 and 45 right here. So we know that 1/6 pi large r is the total arc length on B, and the total arc length on A is 1/4 pi small r. So we know that. And it's asking for the ratio of the area of circle A to the area of circle B. So we know that we can simplify this and find the ratio of the two radiuses. So we can multiply 12 on both sides, which is the least common multiple, and we can get rid of the fractions. But first we can obviously divide by pi, because both of the sides have pi, and it'll just get rid of it. So if we multiply by 12, that'd be 3r, which is equal to 2 large r. And we have the ratio of the radiuses. So if you have the ratio of the radiuses, this being circle A and this being circle B, we know that it's pi r squared for the area of the circles. That's what we're trying to find. The ratio of the area of the two circles. And that means it would be 9r. 9r squared pi, which is equal to 4 large r squared pi. And we get rid of the pi once again. And then so we're left with the ratio a over b. This side r squared and large r squared is, we divide large r squared by r squared, so we get a over b, which is just 4 over 9. So the answer is A.